shitting all my life. Taylor Ripley, you give me some music on the radio in the instant I made it.
I was a victim of a sexual assault.
Mutilated rape.
Ladies and gentlemen, Doug Wall, Lee Bridges, and Garrick Lane, Tales from the Video Store. Brought to you by Golden Ticket Cinemas and the Mad Tea Party.
Alright. I want you to grow a fucking big fucking beard this winter. I don't want you to shave any of this for like 3 months.
I'm growing my hair out like you, dude.
No, you're not.
A long way to go. I have a long way to go, but I might as well. I'm just going all out.
No, don't. Just
rock the big.
Just grow a nice thick beard, man.
I don't think I can, dude. I've got spots.
You can. If you let it, if you don't shave it, it will come.
Yeah, just comb it over the spots.
Yeah, just leave it, man. Just leave it.
All right, we'll see what happens.
You won't do it.
Probably not.
You'll be clean shaven by next week, but that's fine.
No, yeah, I can't stand it. I haven't gotten into the art of figuring out how to shape it and make it look nice.
I can't shape mine for fucking shit.
Yeah.
What do? You what do you
I
got?
shave my fucking neck and I shave right here.
What do you do it with? With a regular razor?
Yes.
Yeah, you shave it, like I do it in the shower. I have a shaving mirror in the shower.
But see, if it gets, if
But
like
I'm
the
talking
beard,
about the machine. Do you not have to use
I have
the little
clippers, yeah.
Yeah,
you
see?
put a fucking guard on it and make it all the same length, and then like you trim
Mine just
your
has one
lip.
guard you can raise up and down.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. It's like $12 at
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's how it's done.
Yeah.
Beard 101. You fucking
Well, he's got more hair on his fucking face than he does on his head.
That's true.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Is that a bad thing?
No, I just
fucking
said-
asshole.
I didn't say it was a bad thing.
Okay. Just want to make sure we're not
You fucking hairy bastards.
Yeah, I am hairy,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah.
Sorry.
I got nothing. People ask me if I shave. Look at my arm.
Because you do.
I don't. I just
okay.
look at this. This is fucking pathetic.
Those are the legs of a lady.
Yeah.
They are the legs of a lady.
Those are the legs of like an Austrian seamstress.
I got through chemo.
My legs look like Laura Dern's in this week's movie.
Ooh,
Yes.
Ooh la la.
Welcome to Big Tuna, Texas. Where the guys are giving me hell about my hairless wandering arms and my hairless wander of legs.
Not our fault. You look like a 12-year-old Dutch girl.
Complete with goatee.
Yeah. But I did. Yes, but I am growing. Where this came from is I'm actually trying to grow a goatee. And Doug said, just grow it all. And then I'm like, have you seen my arms and legs? I'm never going to be able to do that.
Just try, man.
The twink is in the house. Speaking of twink, I heard you watched the Gasper No movie.
Ooh.
Doug, what did you watch this week?
Oh, yes, I did. So, I guess you guys just want to get right into it.
Yeah, let's do.
So, Gaspar, how do you say his?
I say Gasper no.
Gasper, fuck no.
Yeah.
From here on in, I think.
Yeah.
The only other movies that I had heard of was Irreversible, which you guys we've spoken about on the cast before, which I have not seen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which apparently has like a 10-minute, very graphic rape scene.
Awful
He
rape
is
scene.
re-releasing it black and white in chronological order. He's doing a new edition of it.
I
Because
don't
that's
need
what
to
the world
see
is,
that
yeah.
movie ever again.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only one good thing about that movie, and that's the how real it looks when they bash that dude's head in.
With the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, like I've never seen anything
Yeah.
look so real. Besides what Clam Sepulveda. Clam Sepulveda, you're a sick fucker. You know what he put on Facebook today? I haven't been on Facebook. I haven't been on it. I've been busy working.
Right.
He puts up this thing, and it's like some drug lords make pit bulls eat a
Baby?
a pedophile's freaking nads, and I thought it was a joke. So I'm like, I clicked on it. No, it was the video of it. It was a video, and I got about 3 seconds
So wait,
in.
was this on Facebook?
Yes.
I was like, okay, so our ad for your article could not be shown on Facebook. Could not be advertised on Facebook.
Right.
For your ad,
Right,
your article.
you couldn't even do a link.
Couldn't even do a link to his article on what's the show that
Too
you're obsessed-
young to die.
There we
Too
go.
old to die young.
Yeah, but you can see footage of people being executed on Facebook,
Yes.
which I have accidentally stumbled upon.
Oh, I just accidentally stumbled upon 2 pit bulls eating a pedophile's penis on Clam Sepulveda's freaking page.
Yeah.
I sent him a message, said, take this down.
Yeah.
Like, it was that graphic. And I'm sitting there, and right after that, I'm like, well, now, wait a minute. How can he do that?
And we're getting flagged for like some blood splatter from a movie poster.
Well, yeah, last October I tried to do a horror movie post, and I can't remember what character. It was some character holding a bloody knife, and they were just like, "This cannot be advertised."
Yeah.
I think it was from American Psycho.
It might have been,
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
You sent me the message where
Yeah.
they said that we couldn't.
I was trying to look up the Walter Hill movie Extreme Prejudice from '87, and I type in Extreme Prejudice trailer. And I click on the first link, and it was a dude getting his fucking throat slit.
Right.
And it was not from a movie. And I clicked X so fast, my fucking index finger almost broke. I tried to click out of it so fast.
Holy God!
And I was just like, and this was on Facebook. This was like, it was an embedded link on an embedded video on Facebook. It was just
That's crazy. Yeah.
I don't understand that.
We got a message, and I'll even post it up if they'll allow it.
Yeah.
We may not be able to boost it, but we got sent a letter saying that we do not condone
It was basically saying
escorting.
that your article about Too Old to Die Young
Was about trying to pick up some escorts.
that you were basically
was
trying to
some-
advertise a prostitution
ring,
business,
yeah.
and but that
Which made no sense at all.
no.
No. Because all I said, I had one sentence that said, hey, if you like this, this, and this, this is this kind of show for
And what
you.
is it's because when you do the ads, you can click manual review, and that's always better because someone can look at it and go, well, that's clearly just about a movie. But a lot of times, like if I'm doing it if I'm boosting on my phone, that option is not there. So
Right.
that's when we get denied.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
Dude,
But
well,
you can watch some guy get devoured by 2 pit bulls.
his balls.
Yeah.
It was just his balls.
Yeah.
It was terrible. I'll never get that. I will never erase it.
It's
There's-
it's on your hard drive forever.
It is. And Chris Johnson, I remember, this is the only other thing I remember, is Chris Johnson showing me a woman jerking a horse off. And I could never, ever, ever.
You can't unsee that sort of
I can't
horror,
see
can
it.
you?
I can hear the horse going in my sleep. I can hear it. It starts stomping and it's going, and I can't. It haunts me.
Yeah.
And then today, thank you, Chris. Thank you. You haunted me. All I can see is
You're a week from now, you'll be laying in bed almost asleep, and it'll just pop in your mind. You're like, oh, fuck. Yeah. But anyway.
I feel the same way about Irreversible.
What Gasper No movie did you watch?
Okay, I didn't watch Irreversible.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
you can't undo that one either.
well, you can't unsee what I saw either, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
I saw a 2015 movie, Love. I found it on Netflix, and I thought, oh, it's on Netflix. Harmless. How bad could it be? The opening scene is a man and a woman laying in a bed, kind of cross each other, kind of cross their midsections, kind of, and they're giving each other hand jobs until the dude blows a nut about 90 seconds into the shot, and I thought, what the fuck have I gotten myself into? But I let it.
So this just pans out in one shot. Just
Yes, it is one shot, just them laying there. There's a bunch of hand jobs, and then the next thing you know,
the cod is not present.
yes, it is center stage.
You can see.
Every-
It's actually kind of like Brown Bunny.
All
It's
the
actually happening.
bits are there, man. It's all in full view. Okay,
It's anatomically correct.
That's on Netflix.
it's on Netflix.
What's the name of this?
I figured that was coming at some point. So the base of this story, this guy Murphy, who's an American, he's he wakes up to this terrible fucking life. He has this girl and they have this baby, and his inner monologue, he's just like, I fucking hate this fucking bitch. And all
I need a
this.
3-minute hand job.
He's just, walking around his house, he's just like, everything's terrible. And then he gets a phone call from the mother of an ex-girlfriend of his that says that she's been missing for 3 or 4 months, and asking if he's heard from her. So the movie goes to him basically having these flashbacks of his time with this ex-girlfriend, Electra. And, man, it's really fucking expensive art porn, is what it is. I used to, when we were watching the Jalos, I used to say, this is like murder porn. It's not even fucking softcore anything compared to this. I have seen less explicit, X-rated, nasty fucking porn, like hardcore pornography, than what I witnessed in this movie, Love.
Really?
I stopped counting how many times I saw this old fella shoot one out into the air, if you will. Just beyond.
Are you trying to be politically correct? You mean you watched him bust more nuts?
I mean, it was just goddamn. And here's the worst part about it.
Yeah.
Tell us what the worst part about the nut busted is.
This director, Gasper. No.
Okay.
He's got some real talent behind the camera.
Yeah.
He really does. And a lot of the dialogue, especially like his inner monologue when he's sitting there with like his I guess it's his wife and this baby, and he's just like, oh, fucking shut up, cunt. This shit, it's really well written. A lot of the dialogue throughout the movie is. But instead of trying to make an interesting movie, he wants to use the vehicle of a movie to just shock you.
Yeah. He's
That's
a provocateur.
That's it.
Yeah.
He's not a movie director as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
He's like his. I believe his dad was a Argentinian artist.
Yeah.
That's who he aspires to be. And guess what? You're not him.
Yeah.
You're a fucking joke. It's sad to me that somebody would go out of their way to.
So what's the movie about?
It's about this guy having these flashbacks about this girl that's disappeared.
Oh.
And then at the very end,
it's just a bunch of sex. They're having sex.
they were having sex and drugs and fucking French. Because they're in Paris. They're going to fucking these. I don't even know what kind of clubs these are. I guess they're just fuck clubs where it's just anything goes at this point. And then at the end, he gets a call saying that they don't ever come out and say it, but he's just like, oh no, that she's dead.
Yeah.
Don't ever fucking watch this unless you're wanting to watch a porn, because that's what it is.
Don't watch it by yourself or after
Don't
you're
watch it with your kids around.
Don't watch it with any fucking body around her. They're going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What is this
Hey,
shit?
everyone out there that listens to us, if you just had a girlfriend leave you for another man, don't get on Netflix and watch Love. It will show you just how miserable you are.
Yeah. I mean, basically what this guy does, the girl Electra that he's dating, she's an artist, and she goes to this art show. And before she's to go to this show, he's like, what's the craziest thing, what's your wildest fantasy? And she's like, I want to get another girl involved, a blonde, like, let's see if we can do this. And he's like, really? She's like, yeah. And, of course, the new neighbor is this sprightly little fucking blonde thing. And they're like, oh, come out to dinner with us and drinks. And then the next thing you know, they're back doing their thing. Well, she leaves, and Murphy sees this other girl on the balcony, and she's like, hey, what are you doing? And he's like, nothing. Want to come over? Sure. So he starts banging this broad on the side, condom breaks, he knocks her up, and that's what causes their relationship. That, among other things, to dissolve. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
It's not a fucking movie, dude.
Yeah.
So I can't recommend it to anyone, and I never would.
Right.
None of his movies. That's what the
It's trash,
Irreversible
dude.
is trash.
It's trash.
It's like it is. It was like Cannibal Holocaust.
Yeah.
There's a lot of technical skill in it that is very impressive.
Like
Right?
this, yeah.
But I would never,
what is it?
what is it? It's just, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
So I thought that was bad. That, however, was not the worst thing I watched. Okay.
Oh wow.
So
What?
we're doing this Lynch and NWR kind of thing where I wanted to look at some art.
Didn't know real fast. I'm sorry to interrupt. Didn't know getting in an argument with NWR about art.
Probably.
That sounds about
Right.
right.
No, he's a real. Like, I remember him talking. No, he said he got talked into going to see Black Panther, and he talked about how much he hated it.
He walked out of it.
He walked out of it. He would never watch a movie like that. He thinks very highly of himself for a dude who looks like a snitch on Miami Vice. I mean, he just, he's just.
It's just not.
There's a lot of violent movie directors, a lot of explicit movie directors, like, who I think it's just what they do.
Right.
It's not like, I don't think, Refn. I think Refn goes home, his wife, got a couple kids, and after he goes and directs something like Pusher, they go out to eat.
He washes his hands.
I think Gasper Noé is I would not be surprised if something came out where you find he was a legitimately shitty person, because there's like a. I don't know.
Well, he wrote this, and the baby's name. They're like, "What do you want to name the baby?" And the actor's like Gaspar, and I was like, "What a fucking cunt you are! I want to fucking smack your bald fucking head right now."
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Okay. He's not the only fuck you guy though. There's some movies that I watched this weekend.
Right.
Another provocative director.
Yeah.
That in recent times has been getting some publicity for some of the things he's made.
Yeah.
Is one Lars von Trier.
I fucking knew it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Doug.
I had seen Melancholia,
Right.
which is beautifully shot. It just doesn't make any sense.
Right.
But I was like, all right, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I have seen parts of the Nymphomaniac series.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
two movies.
Right.
I've seen a couple of parts of it, and it just.
You saw some parts.
I saw some parts.
Yeah.
And I found The House That Jack Built, which is from 2018. And he's a Danish director, like Refn is. So I thought it was relevant. Have you seen this, Lee?
No.
Okay.
No.
No, but
I've
we
watched
remember we
I've
had
watched
a
all the
discussion.
Lars von Trier movies I'm ever gonna fucking watch.
Yeah.
Hey, but remember, we did have the discussion about
That one was about the movie
director's
rating.
cut.
Yes.
The director's cut.
Yeah.
Controversy.
Well, that was more just about the MPAA being a bunch of douchebags. That is not. I mean, the movie could be any movie. Could be
Right.
Ernest Goes to Camp. They could still
Right.
be a douche about it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
This,
Piece of shit.
god damn.
I can just see it in your face.
It's 2.5 fucking hours long about this serial killer called Mr. Sophistication.
That's what he calls himself.
That's, yeah, or the media has called him this. Played by Matt Dillon. And look, I'm going to tell you what. Matt Dillon is fucking amazing in this. He really is. As much as I could stand to sit through it. And he's in the majority of the movie. He's not in every part, but the majority of it. He's fantastic.
He comes out every 3 years from his cryo chamber.
Yeah.
And does a movie out of nowhere. And he looks the same as he did
Yeah.
In Outsiders.
Pretty much. A little bit old. He looks like late 30s.
He
and I
looks
know
like he
he's-
did in Something About Mary. He looks exactly the same.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Cryo chamber, man.
This bounces around, man. It's not like a linear story.
Yeah.
Just about a crazy fucking serial killer. And the things that he thinks about and the things he obsesses about.
Oh, I'm sure.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
All that is fine. And it would have made for a really entertaining 90-minute or 100-minute movie. But this fucking dude, man, he, just like with Love, there are parts of this movie that are filmed beautifully. There's dialogue in it that is really well written. You know, parts of it look great. But then this fuck just cannot get out of his own way, and he tries to take it to something that it just isn't. You know, like it's this experience, this cathartic fucking thing that he's allowing you to watch. Fuck you, Lars. This is fucking. It's.
Who's more fuck you to this week?
It's a fucking time. I would kill them both if I could get away with it.
You know,
That's how fucking terrible they are.
In Fight Club, when they say if you could fight any celebrity, who would you fight? I would fight Lars von Trier.
And I would fight Gasper.
I would destroy his fucking Danish face with my fist.
Yes.
When he, about 10 years ago, he always thought his mom was Jewish. He always thought his dad was Jewish. Come to find out his mom had an affair with this German scientist or something, and his biological dad was not who he thought it was. And he made some speech. It was the year Drive came out, so it was 2012. So not even that long ago, not even 10 years.
Yeah, he's like, I can't let this other Danish director be getting.
And he come up and said now that he knew he was half German, he could sympathize with Hitler in the last days when he was in the bunker. And there's no shit, when they premiered Antichrist at the Cannes Film Festival, he stood up after the screening and screamed, I am the greatest director in the world.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's just such a fucking douchebag.
I wish that this cocksucker, I wish it was his balls that were getting mauled on your buddy's video on fucking Facebook. That I could have watched. That would have been more appetizing, more easy on the eyes than the house that Jack built.
Yeah.
You know, just like No's movie, this had parts, but they're such pretentious, fuckface, douchebag, cunt, fuck. I hate motherfuckers like this.
Yeah.
That they don't allow just a movie to be a movie. They want to make it into something that it's not.
Right.
And that's exactly what this is, and it's fucking horrific.
Yeah.
And I was actually amped to see this for some reason. I don't know why. Like, maybe I'd read something somewhere some time ago that it was good. They were a fucking liar.
Yeah.
So after I watched that garbage fest of these fucking Euro trash douchebags, I came back to Earth. I needed something. So I watched Reanimator.
Right.
From fucking 1985.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Stuart Gordon, Jeffrey Combs, and Bruce Abbott.
One of the best ever.
It's fucking
Dr.
perfect.
Herbert West.
Yep.
It's actually, I didn't know that it was based on a
Lovecraft story.
Written in a 1922 Lovecraft story. The soundtrack, I mean, it's fucking psycho.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I didn't even care.
Yeah.
Dr. Hill.
There were no hand jobs in that movie, were there?
There were not.
No?
I didn't see like 50 dicks either. I was happy for, it was really cool.
It was only about 3.
Yeah.
It's only about 3.
It's just a good old-fashioned 80s
Yep.
fucking gore. It's
Well,
all practical. There's no CGI. It was fucking fun.
When somebody says splatter movie, I think Reanimator.
Yeah, I mean, I was smiling the whole time. If it wouldn't have been so late at night, I would have watched Bride of Reanimator because it was right. It came up in the queue right after. I was like, oh, I'd love to see it, but I didn't have the time. So that's what the fuck I watched. How about you guys?
Cool. Well, that's awesome. I don't have anything left.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Go ahead, man.
All right. Well,
mine is very anticlimactic.
this past Saturday, I went and saw It Too.
Oh,
And I'm not really going to talk about the movie that much because Bill Hader and the guy who plays the hypochondriac guy, Eddie, they steal the movie. When they're on the scene together, when Bill Hader and they're it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like there's a scene when they all get freaked out by something like supernatural that happened, and Bill Hader's a comedian, and this kid walks up to him and just says something like, "Are you having fun now?" He's just like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" And he's like, and the kid's just like, well, "That's a line from your act, man. I'm a fan." And he just goes, "Oh God, I'm sorry." He goes, "You want an autograph?" He's like, "Not really." He just walks off.
Not anymore.
And the guy who plays Eddie walks up and goes, "You don't remember a line from your act?" He goes, "I don't write my own jokes." He just goes, "I fucking knew it." But the movie it's pretty good. I liked it better than the first one.
I heard it was really fun.
It's very fun. There's a vomit. I guess you'd say like he gets vomited on by one of the ghosts, and it goes to super slow motion. The Eddie character, and they play the song "Angel in the Morning." While it goes on for like a minute, and it was hilarious. And like I said, I liked it better than the first one. But me and my girlfriend sitting in the movie theater, lights are going down. A woman walks in with a fucking baby. Not a toddler. It was in a fucking car seat. In a 2.5-hour horror movie. Lady, I don't know who you are.
Feed that lady to the pit bulls.
I don't know who lady, but this lady,
that's just the worst.
this lady deserves all the bad things in life to happen to her.
Why do people do that?
And listen, all those other people in the thing, I'm sure, because it was pretty
7
full.
o'clock? 7 o'clock?
No, it was like an afternoon show. That's not the point.
Crack the windows and leave it in the car, like a normal person would, right?
No, but all those other
Kidding.
people in the movie theater, because it was about 75% full.
Yeah,
I'm sure some of those other people had kids.
but they weren't there.
But they got a fucking babysitter like a fucking adult.
God, that's just.
And it's like, listen, if I go see Frozen 12, that's acceptable because it's a kids movie. You're gonna bring you 3 kids. You might have to bring the baby. I accept if it's G-rated, maybe even PG. I accept that as a possibility, especially if it's like an afternoon show. But if it's a 2.5-hour horror movie about a killer clown that eats children's souls, leave that baby at the fucking house.
Yeah.
Drop it off at the grandmother's house who's going to end up raising it anyway because you're a shitty person. And fucking just leave it.
Yeah.
You fucking Gaffney, South Carolina piece of garbage.
Yeah. Pretty much. Well, I mean,
So did the baby cry?
A little bit, but that's not the point. The point is
it should have never been.
the
there.
point is that everybody else there that didn't have a baby there, everybody else there that got babysitters, they did the right thing. And this woman just said, fuck all those people, the money they spent, the free time they're wasting. It's all about her.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate that shit. I hate it like I hate Lars von Trier, which is a fucking lot.
God.
And
Holy shit. We're not going to be able to boost this one.
well, it'll be
We're
all
not
right.
going to be able to boost this podcast because of the amount of F-bombs we
Yeah.
drop.
It'll be fine.
Other than that, I watched a documentary on Hulu, a really cool one.
Was it about jerking dicks?
It was not about jerking dicks. It was called 78/52, and it's a feature-length documentary about the shower scene in Psycho. It goes into every part of it.
What?
Yeah, and it goes into like how it varies from the novel, the script, the sort of the mechanical effect, how they got the steam and everything. You know, Janet Leigh, how she dealt with it, her body double, who was like a Playboy playmate.
What?
And it's called 78/52, and it's on Hulu. And I love the movie. I love Alfred Hitchcock. I love the movie Psycho. And it's just if you're an Alfred Hitchcock fan, check it out.
Nice.
It's basically just Alfred Hitchcock porn. It's basically just like, if you think this guy's cool, here's a movie about him being cool.
Yeah.
And
Doing what he does.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
and
awesome.
just like, they show like other movies where like people were killed in bathtubs, like from the like Silent Air on, like how he made similar scenes almost, and this was sort of like
Culmination.
the culmination of like
figuring
his,
out how to do it perfectly.
I do it perfectly. I mean, they go into everything. Like, his first movie, he used a toilet, and they go into like the detail of it.
Nice.
And other than that, I watched.
So where does it get its name?
It's the amount of frames and the amount of camera setups. I mean, the amount.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Not frames, but the amount of camera setups and the amount of shots.
Shots. So there's 52 shots,
Yeah.
right? And there's 78. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
and
cool.
It's really cool.
I got to reactivate my Hulu now.
Yeah, and
Damn it.
I knew that was coming.
Damn it.
I'm gonna something
You and
else
your Hulu.
on Hulu that you suggested a few months ago. I started watching the What We Do in the Shadows TV show. Dude,
It's the best thing ever.
it's the best thing ever.
I know.
Matt Berry, because they can all turn into bats. But when he turns into a bat, he goes, bat, and just turns into a bat. And right when he flies the bat, he goes, human form, and then becomes a human. He's so stupid.
It's the most ridiculous thing.
He's so dumb. Like, when he gets his cop, you tell them what jokes come when he gets his cake caught in the cab door. And of course, as he's pulling on, the cab starts to fall off. But they don't just pull him off the street. They turn a corner, and he's just fucking kicking. He makes them. Everybody on the show is great.
Yeah.
But Matt Berry is hilarious.
What about those bushes?
Do I know?
The bushes in their backyard that they.
Oh, his topiary garden made of sculpted like women's vulvas. He knows.
It's the vulva garden.
Yeah,
It's the most
and of course,
ridiculous thing ever.
he was, and the werewolves go in there and pee on them. And so, when a dog pees on a plant, it dies.
Yeah.
He goes, "This is my favorite sculpture. It was sculpted to look like my mother's vulva, and now the werewolf peed on it and it died. Now it looks like my sister's vulva." Oh Oh my gosh! It's the stupidest.
It's so good.
It's like a good Monty Python sketch.
That's on Hulu now?
The stupidity of it is
it's
so
good,
intricate.
man. It's so good.
Yeah.
Well, the movie was very good.
The movie it is written and directed by a lot like the Jermaine Clement and I can't say his name. Waititi, the guy who directed Thor.
Yeah.
You know, the last Thor. They are either they wrote the episodes, directed them, or they
Intermittently they direct.
Yeah,
and
they're very involved. It takes place in the same world. So they live on Staten Island, and in the first episode, this like sort of 1,000-year-old Nosferatu-looking vampire shows up, and he basically thinks they've been trying to take over America like for the past 300 years, and they've been sitting around doing jack shit, like so they keep going to the Staten Island City Council meetings, and they're trying to take over Staten Island. And they're like, well, he'll murder us. We have to at least take over Staten Island.
it's really good.
Yeah,
Check that out.
Yeah.
That's on Hulu too.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course.
But that's all I watched.
And Garrett, how are you going to follow that up, buddy?
I can't.
Okay, what did you watch, man?
All right, but mine aren't near as awesome as those. Like mine is not near gonna have the charisma that those had. I watched. Okay, I was very busy this week. Unfortunately, I was away, so I didn't get much. I got 3 episodes into the new Carnival Row on Amazon.
Okay,
with
how was
Orlando
that?
Bloom. I don't know. I will say this.
Sounds great.
No, it is good. There's kobolds and there's fairies.
What was that first word you said?
Kobolds.
What the fuck is a kobold?
It's like
That's like a brown chicken gravy, right?
yeah. It's like a little monster. It's like a gremlin.
Yeah.
They just say fucking gremlin.
Okay. All right.
It's a goblin.
I'm trying to be pretentious like Gasper.
Oh, I can tell, Gasper. Jr.
Wait, you weren't trying up until now? Oh, shit.
So I haven't really grasped it yet. It's not bad, but this is what here's my thing. I'm 3 in, and I'm kind of on the ropes about it. It's kind of a love story, but it's based. Here's the thing: is it's a complete fantasy world like Game of Thrones. Like complete everything has its own name. Everybody has its own. There's guys that are centaurs that are walking around have centaurs, and they're kind of it's very political. They're the the black people of 1940s or whatever. There's a lot of segregation, a lot of stuff, and all this is going on, and I can't help but think, of course, that it's actually not based on a book. So Travis Beacham is the creator, and he's kind of like George R.R. Martin, but he never wrote any books. So this guy walks into Amazon with a pitch that's this elaborate fantasy world, original content like we were talking about. It's completely original with these worlds with fairies and centaurs and humans and all this stuff.
But I know what fairies are. I know whatever that second word that you keep saying is, I think. So it's not fucking original.
But it is. It is to an extent. It
Okay.
is. What I'm saying, well, it's very like...
But it's like in the Victorian area. It's like
Yes.
1890s.
Yes, but
Industrialized.
Yeah, I've seen a trailer. I was looking for my girl Kara.
It's its own little world.
My future wife. Okay.
Yeah, future wife if she changes boats. She has to get back in the other boat for you to have that chance.
Yeah, well.
We can.
I don't even think... Oh, never mind.
Nah, it's fine. Just leave it.
Yeah, you know what? We've already got enough F-bombs in this. Let's not get political.
Let's tighten it up the last little bit you say. Sure.
No, so anyway, where I'm going with this, I won't get into specifics. I would watch it, but of course I'm going to watch it because it's original. It's what I've always complained about. It's not rehashed. It's this dude walked in and said, "Hey, so here are these fantasy islands and lands and worlds." And
It's the hot thing. I mean, it's like
here's the ram. Here's a
fantasy
freaking
time.
black
Right.
dude with ram horns that is rich, and he comes to this rich neighborhood, and all these white humans are looking at him like, I get it all. Everything's there, but it's original. Like, he actually went in there and pitched this. So, I don't know. I'm going to finish it, and then I'll give you my full report.
How many episodes is it?
It's 8.
8.
Eight's a good amount.
Hour long?
The first hour and a half is kind of building the backstory between Kara and Orlando's characters and the love and the things like this, and it's building the world. But like I said, I'm not far enough in.
Does Orlando Bloom get to bang
He
this
does
fairy?
a few times.
All right, well.
And it's pretty.
So
it's
that
pretty-
tells me that I've still got a chance.
So now, speaking of sex, this is pretty cool. So when you have sex with a fairy, if they're on top, when they orgasm, they pinch you, right, and they fly. So you're literally suspended in air with your codpiece stuck.
So I only have to see how many episodes to get to this point? Tell me it's in the first one.
It's in the second one.
All right. Fair enough.
You can live with that.
Fair enough. Yeah, I can do that.
It shows all of her and wings.
Plus wings. Nice.
Anyway, but back to serious. In all serious note, I have to commend him. I'm not all the way through, and I don't know at this point in time if it's. I love fantasy stuff. I don't know if this is for me, and it may be that. It may be the originality, but not so originality, because I've seen it, like kobolds and centaurs, all that stuff is, that's mythical stuff. But the fact that he got it made, and he's got a second season, is amazing to me, and it makes me hopeful that the future for at least for streaming is, hey, send me some original stuff. I don't want to redo Scooby-Doo.
right.
I don't want another Shining 10-hour episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they obviously were pretty proud of this, because this came out just a little bit after, Too Old to Die Young. And Too Old to Die Young is literally lost in a sea of Amazon. Carnival Row, every time you get on Amazon, it's right there.
That's
It's going,
actually
"Hey,
an
watch this."
intentional thing by Amazon. The day that Too Old to Die Young came out, it was not on their opening page. You had to search it because I think, even though they won't come out and say that they're a little embarrassed of it or whatever,
sure, that's what I'm
they
saying.
want to kind of take a step back from it, which is it's poor for them, because
we spend all this money, and there's people out there like me who's going to love it. So put it on there, but we won't advertise it. We'll advertise this Carnival Row because it's a little cleaner, even though there's fairies having orgasms and picking humans up by their penises.
Nice.
I'm just saying, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's just a different world.
Get to episode 2.
Yeah.
Get to episode.
That's
2.
what I heard.
And the other thing I started
Okay.
was the original Twin Peaks TV show.
Nice.
It's fantastic.
How many episodes did you get into?
I only got one, but not because I only got one and couldn't deal.
Yeah.
I got one and ran out of time.
Right.
And then I had to watch.
I told you I watched the first 3.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah. Jody
Kyle
she
MacLachlan's-
watched all
it's
the
awesome.
originals, and then she somehow found they had made some episodes on Showtime.
The Showtime, yeah, season 3, yeah.
And she said she watched a few of those, and she's like, I don't know where this is going.
I know
It's
a lot
kinda
of people who
pointless.
love the original show that did not like the Showtime.
I loved Come Firewalk with Me, the movie.
Really?
I actually
Loved it?
Well,
Okay.
let's not.
Okay.
It
Oh,
was,
yes.
It was.
Puts a button on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I
Yeah,
got you.
because I liked the show back then, and I saw
Right.
that, and I was like, okay, that
Yeah.
makes some more sense.
Right, yeah.
You know. But I have no idea about the 2017.
Yeah.
They did some episodes. I don't know anything about it.
The first one is jam packed and leaves me waiting for the next one.
So you're going to continue.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I just ran out of time. I didn't have the time to binge it, but it's classic David Lynch.
Oh, yeah.
Get to episode 3, like I did, and that's when everything kind of starts getting all Lynchian.
Well, it's Lynchian now, but it really holds. The music's great. The way he does it all, the stories, the way they're linking everything up, it's great. That's it, though. That's it.
Good.
60 minutes into the show, we are done with what
That's
we
fine.
watched.
Yeah, that's okay.
Absolutely.
It's fun.
Which brings us, obviously, to...
Brings us around to, Lee.
1990s, Wild at Heart.
Yeah, Daddy.
And this is came out around the same time as was Twin Peaks season 1 90 or 91?
I think it was 90.
So same years.
Same year.
So this was him, Lynch at his peak. I guess of success, popularity.
Right.
Even though I don't think that's something he gives a damn about. But it's based on a novel by Barry Dilford.
Dilford, I believe.
Dilford. Yeah. And it's a sort of a love story road movie about these sort of two lovers who they're just obsessed with each other.
With some Wizard of Oz.
With some Wizard of Oz, some crime stuff.
Mixed in.
A lot of Elvis.
It's definitely a road
And
trip.
some Elvis homage.
Yeah. And it's my favorite David Lynch
It's
movie.
very Gifford.
Very Gifford.
Gifford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's my favorite David Lynch movie.
Sailor and Lula.
Yep.
Yes, if it wasn't my favorite movie before this, because I think I liked Blue Velvet, I liked Lost Highway.
Sure.
But I hadn't seen this again. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch this. How busy I was. I didn't get to watch it till this morning. And
So it's
it
fresh.
all came back, and it is my favorite. It is by far my
It's not
favorite.
even close.
It's
Yeah.
not even close.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It's not even close.
But it opens with you see as Sailor at the beginning of the movie is in jail, in prison, convicted of manslaughter, and you see how he went to prison.
What happened?
And it's an awesome scene.
Bobbly Lemon.
Yes, and it's just the music, the use of metal in it, because you really don't think of David Lynch as like a guy who'd be into metal, but the use of the heavy metal in it is really well done. Yeah, and some parts of it are just really funny.
But speaking of, this is exact opposite of Gasper No
Correct.
use of sex.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's lots of sex in this movie.
Yeah.
In fact, probably throughout every scene, through different scenes.
Yeah, they probably have sex 5 times, maybe in the
Yeah.
movie.
And they allude to it a lot.
Right.
And every time it's like they'll have a sex scene and then the fire.
And it's the
match.
first time that Laura Dern ever got naked in
Yeah.
a movie.
Right.
She was staunchly against
Was
it.
she even of age?
She's probably in her early 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she is blazing in this.
I'm blazing.
Just blazing.
Yeah. It's perfect in every way.
It's just it's a classic love story that is told by a funky ass director who doesn't allow his propensity for wanting to kind of be a little weird and have odd characters
Right.
and this sort of thing
Yeah.
derail his fucking movies like these other two fucking cocksuckers that I talked about
Exactly.
earlier.
Because I watched the hour-long making-of on the Blu-ray, which
Yeah.
I believe we've all purchased at this point.
Yes.
And Laura Dern's mom,
Is Diane Ladd.
Diane Ladd, she said he wanted her to play it completely differently, like dress differently, different hair. And she's like, no, I want to look. She's like, I want to have hair like Dolly Parton. I want to dress like this. And he was like, that's it. That's what you should do. Like, I think he's more of a collaborator,
Right.
than somebody like Gasper Noe, which Gasper Noe is like 100% my way or the highway.
You do it my way. Pull the penis and do that. Yes.
The 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, but yeah, it's the movie's never, even though parts of it are violent, parts of it are very sexual, there's nothing explicit about the movie.
No, and it's got your Lynch creep weird
yeah.
fucking people in it,
Oh,
like
yes.
everything he's ever made.
Yeah.
This has just some of my favorites.
Yes. The crime boss who apparently lives on the toilet.
So what's
Mr. Reindeer.
Mr. Reindeer?
Yeah, Mr. Reindeer is, yeah. And he's sort of above Sosa, and that's
Yeah.
the criminal. Whatever this criminal organization is that is apparently just full of freaks.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
everything's done
Uncle
via...
Dale with the
Everything's done
cockroaches
via...
in his underwear.
Yeah.
Jingle Dale. Good old Jingle Dale.
Oh, but yeah, and apparently this criminal organization, it's all run on silver dollars,
Yeah.
which, it's really cool looking, the way they sort of, yeah. But it's just a love story, basically.
Yeah.
They're trying to get to New Orleans,
And
basically trying to get away from her mother.
Yeah, and Lula's mother does
Yeah.
not want them to be together.
Yeah,
And she's kind of, the Wicked Witch.
yeah,
They make all these, she brings up, lots of things from Wizard of Oz.
yeah.
And he does too, throughout the movie.
And then Cheryl Lee shows up as Glinda at the end. And
Yeah.
Yes, which was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Like when they were referring to the town of Big Tuna, he says, "Well, it ain't the Emerald City."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just little things like that, which, that doesn't bother me.
No.
I've seen things like that done in other movies that kind of maybe will kind of throw you off. But for me in this,
It doesn't seem because people talk about movies being realistic.
Yeah.
I think it's a bullshit thing to say because no movie is realistic. Even The Hurt Locker or even a movie, it's they make stuff up. They change things for just things they can't afford. Like a movie like Schindler's List. They're really stylistic things, even though it's a 100% accurate story. So what it is, I think every movie is basically, you got something like Hurt Locker, which is maybe 1% bullshit, 99% real. Or you got something like Carnival Row, which is completely fantastical,
Right.
which is maybe 80% fantasy. But nothing's completely realistic. So I think basically every filmmaker, you create a world and it has to be plausible within that world.
yeah,
And I think within the world of this movie, everything is fairly plausible.
yeah,
Nothing feels out of place.
like Fight Club.
Like Fight Club, yes.
Yeah.
Fight Club is a specific universe.
Yeah, it's like, well, that couldn't happen. Well, it can in this.
Yeah, exactly.
And it just did.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you.
I know
Because
what
there's
you
some movies, something happened, you'll be like, oh, it's just something that'll seem out of place.
Yeah, it's just off.
Right. Exactly. But nothing like this movie. It like there's a world of Wild at Heart.
And it's awesome.
It's awesome.
And
Yeah.
I'm so glad that we revisited.
Yes.
Yeah, and he does it so well. Between the music and the flashbacks, the cuts, his editing,
All of it.
every movie has the road. Every movie has the road. Mm-hmm. Most of his movies, or his early movies, were he did North Carolina.
Yep.
This was North Carolina.
Cape Fear.
Yeah, but he always has that road moving underneath. There's always that motif,
Yeah.
and it's perfect. One minute you're laughing. The next minute you're headbanging, and then you're crying. Like the scene where they find that.
Oh.
Boy, it's terrible.
Yeah.
When she's
The
walking
car
around.
crash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the car crash. It's sad. She's like, he's dying right in front of us.
Yeah.
And it's terrible.
That is my girl, Miss Sherilyn Finn.
Right.
Once again, I saw her in that, and I was like, yes, I forgot, because I totally forgot about that scene.
I forgot she was in it.
I forgot about that scene.
That's crazy
I
what she
forgot about the scene that Garrett talked about, Jingle Dale, which is this story that Lula tells about. It's like her cousin, played by Crispin Glover, and it really doesn't impact the movie all that much, but it's just it's Lynch showing like this weird underbelly,
Right.
like he does, and it was awesome.
Right. And if you've ever been around somebody with schizophrenia, that's exactly how they act. Like they focus on that. Like his thing was the black rubber gloves. The world's controlled by aliens with black rubber gloves, and
Yeah,
he had to get it out of that square with a ruler, and he just couldn't ever do it. And I used to work at a factory. I was at a zinc refining plant.
okay.
And the guy they built it on this guy's land. He had sold him this land, and the guy's son was like a paranoid schizophrenic, and he would show up acting like his dad still owned the land. He would show up trying to tell people what to do, and like people put a radio in his head and all this stuff, and they had to keep calling the cops on him. And he acted just like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? Just show up?
Yeah, he would just show like he's like, my dad fucking owns this place and all this stuff. And like they said, if you went in his bedroom, windows were covered in aluminum foil to keep the signal out. That he thought was in his head. And it's like that's a very creepy but very realistic scene.
It's real.
Yeah.
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 We got an introduction to Lee's fucking nightmare in the form of good old Bobby Peru.
Oh, yeah.
Played by the great Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, I ain't scared of Freddy Krueger and none of that shit.
Oh,
but
God.
if I ever saw Bobby Peru, I would shit my
If I
pants.
saw Bobby Peru with pantyhose on his feet.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, all of it.
Those little corn nibbling
There's little
teeth.
niblets coming at
Oh.
That's the best scene, though, when for a second you're like, oh my God, he's going to rape her, and then he's like, yeah, not today.
I gotta go.
I gotta go.
Oh, and the bank robbery scene, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
He's a scene stealing son of a
He
bitch.
really is.
And that character is, even though it's been probably close to 20 years since I've seen this movie,
Yeah.
I have thought about Bobby Peru. You actually sent me a picture like 6 months ago. We were talking about something. You sent me those fucking teeth. in a fucking text message.
Yeah.
You know, and immediately it brought me right back. Like,
Imagine you look under your bed and he's just under there like, oh God, I'd have a heart attack and die right there.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
awesome movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it is cast perfectly.
Yeah.
It looks perfect. The music, you know.
It's one of the, I don't understand how this movie, you know, when you're talking about David Lynch,
Yeah.
nobody talks about
No,
this
they
movie.
talk about Racerhead, Blue Velvet, and Twin Peaks, you know.
I don't get it.
Right.
Mulholland Drive.
Mulholland Drive, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, this is...
Yeah.
I went into Family Video. I had to kill some time yesterday while I was waiting to meet my children's mother to drop them off. And so we went into Family Video. Did not have Wild at Heart, Mulholland Drive, The Straight Story. Had not any David Lynch films
Yeah.
anywhere.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Didn't have
I'm
Blue
sure
Velvet
you
or...
know what? I didn't look for Blue Velvet
Yeah.
or Elephant Man, which I'm sure they had both.
Right.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, they probably had Blue Velvet.
I'm sorry, yes, but I looked for the other ones. So I looked for
Yeah.
something that, hey, what
Right.
if I watch Wild at Heart? What else could I watch?
Yeah.
Nothing.
You know,
that's how unpopular David.
You know, on the
Lynch is,
straight story DVD, it has no chapters. You can't fast forward.
You just
Just-
watch it.
You have to. He's like, it's meant to be watched from beginning to end.
Richard
So either
Farn-
watch it or don't.
Yeah.
Richard Farnsworth on a tractor.
Yeah, it's so weird that he made that.
Yeah.
But it's such a sweet movie.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, the only time he'll ever make a Disney movie. I can only imagine. Yeah.
But, yeah. This...
Yeah.
If you like anything David Lynch, and if for some reason this is something that
Yeah.
you have never watched or didn't think like, oh, I haven't heard anything about it, so maybe it's not worth it. This is absolutely in my opinion, my favorite David Lynch
Yeah.
movie, and it's not even close.
Oh, it's not even close.
I recommend this to just if you're a movie lover,
Yeah.
you know, and you're not afraid to get a little weird. You know, it's
But
not.
it's not that weird though.
But it has some weird
Right.
scenes, and it's not overtly violent.
No.
I don't think.
No. Where he busts the guy's head open at the beginning, that's probably the most violent part.
Yeah. And it sticks. That one
Oh,
last one, he smashes it down, and when he pulls him off the ground, it's the back.
It's like Velcro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
But Diane Ladd, who plays the Lula's mother,
Yeah.
is Laura Dern's mom.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And she is so fucking good in it,
Yeah,
man.
she really
She
is.
might be the best
She's probably the best performer.
performance
Yeah.
in the whole thing, man.
Right.
She is amazing in
Yeah.
this movie. The other thing, Sailor wears his signature
Yep.
snakeskin jacket.
Yeah. It represents his individuality, his belief in personal freedom.
There you go. And this was something that he just showed up with one day because, of course, Nick Cage owns a fucking snakeskin jacket.
Yeah.
And he was like, "What do you think?" And Lynch was like, "Perfect."
Yeah.
And then, you know, added in that little dialogue about his individuality and that. Just
Yeah.
thought it would be a nice touch. And,
Yeah.
and it makes it. Like, it helps to create that character.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie to you. In the last 10 years, I have looked and tried to find a snakeskin jacket.
Oh, I've looked at myself. I would never wear it like out. And
I don't
about.
know if I could ever even buy it, but I
Yeah.
want to find one and just think about it.
Right. Oh yeah.
But
Just try to look at it and touch it.
Yeah.
saying.
Just put it
Just
on.
hang it in your closet and just like
Look
stand in
at
front of a mirror.
yourself.
What's up?
I put it on like, yeah. All right, take it off. Take it off.
Somebody take a picture of me real fast. Just
Someone walks in. What the fuck are you doing? You're just posing in front of the mirror with a snakeskin jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go dancing, Lula.
Yeah.
Harry Dean Stanton.
Yeah. Harry Dean Stanton, the only decent person in the movie.
He's just a normal guy. He's kind of like a gumshoe kind of detective or a private eye
Yeah.
that is having some kind of a relationship with Lula's mom. I'm not really sure exactly the extent of their relationship.
Right.
He's fantastic.
Yeah. But he's great in everything.
Yeah, he's great. It's a 100% buy. Not even a rent it. It's
Yeah.
a buy it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I had.
Buy it and own it.
Yeah, it's even for for non David Lynch fans.
Yeah.
If I said wanted to show you a David Lynch movie, I would show this one.
Like you
before
said,
any of the
just if
others.
you're a fan of movies.
Yeah,
Yeah. Absolutely.
that's how good this is. It's really that good.
right.
It is. Well, that was it's great. Much better than some of the other shows and movies we watched for sure.
Right.
You got us a movie?
I do.
All right.
All right.
Is it a David Lynch movie?
No.
Does it have any jerking off?
Maybe. I haven't watched it.
Son of a bitch.
It is a movie. It is based on the third novel in the Sailor and Lula series.
Okay.
The third novel deals mostly with Isabella Rossellini's character, but in this movie, it's played by Rosie Perez, and she gets out of prison, I guess, after the events of Wild at Heart. The movie was made in 1997, and Perdita Durango, is that how you say her name? Yeah, Perdita Durango. She gets out of prison and she meets Javier Bardem's character, who is a drug courier / Sandinista priest / murderer / just terrible human being. And of course, they fall madly in love. And he's telling her about sort of Mexican voodoo he practices and everything. And she's like, well, we should go get some people and murder them, rape them and murder them. And he's like, we absolutely should. So they go kidnap this couple. And then Mr. Santos, the crime lord who's in the movie, played by a different actor.
Yeah.
Not played by J.A. Freeman. Who was awesome. That
He
guy
was great. Everybody was.
Yeah, but I wish that guy would have been in more movies.
Yeah.
And he's in that and Miller's Crossing. I can't think of anything else. But anyway, Mr. Santos gives him a 18-wheeler full of aborted fetuses that he's got to transport to Las Vegas so they can be turned into medicine illegally. Not medicine, cosmetics into makeup. Well, at this point, right before Sopranos, James Gandolfini, who was a DEA agent, shows up.
Okay.
And he teams up with Alex Cox, the guy who directed Repo Man, and Sid Nancy as an FBI agent. And Alex Cox does nothing in the movie. Like, he wears sunglasses, he doesn't really talk. He doesn't, and James Gandolfini, he has this big handlebar mustache, and he seems like he's on coke. Like, he's just, frantic in the movie.
So it's really James Gandolfini.
Oh, yeah. Okay. This is true romance, James Gandolfini.
Yeah, gotcha.
At one point, they're on a plane, and Alex Cox has got headphones on, and James Gandolfini's just telling me how much he hates it. He goes, hey, man, what's the best way to get a dead baby out of a blender? Tortilla chips. And Alex Cox takes his headphones. I was like, "What'd you say?" And he's like, "Nothing." And it's like the movie is just random. Everybody in it is terrible. Like how we talk about how Harry Dean Stanton is the best. He's not the only good person. There's nobody like that in this movie. The '50s rock and roll singer Screamin' Jay Hawkins is is Javier Bardem's best friend. They're these they run this voodoo cult together, and it's just it's another road trip love story. But this one. It's more of a horror movie. It was directed by Alex de Iglesias, who we did his movie Witchin' and Bitchin' last year. But this is one of his craziest movies. It was his first English language. This is how he was going to break into the American market. And as you can see, it didn't work out.
What is the name of it?
It's called Dance with the Devil.
Dance with the Devil.
Yes, and you have to get it on DVD. It's not streaming anywhere because I don't think, we can't have that on Netflix because you have Love on Netflix.
Yeah.
But it's violent and just weird. And it's sort of a sequel to Wild Heart. It's a story sequel. They're not, not the same director or anything. But yeah, it's a very super weird movie based on the same novel series, which apparently there's tons of. He's written tons of.
Well, all I know about the novel that Wild at Heart is based on is the end. It does not end well at the end of that book.
Right.
For Sailor and Lula. But Lynch was like, man, just the way I'm building this, I can't have that.
Right.
It's got to end this way. And it ends perfectly.
It really does.
Perfectly. When he jumps up and he's just like, Lula and his fucking nut. And Nick Cage has a fucking honker anyway, and he's got this prosthetic honker that's 3 times the size, and he knows what he's got to do.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
Yep. But yeah, Dance with the Devil.
Dance with the Devil.
Yep.
Find it if you can, or,
Or not.
Or don't.
If you don't want to see Javier Bardem drive an 18-wheeler full of fetuses, it might not be for you.
Jesus. Wow. So we probably shouldn't do any news. We've been such Debbie Downers.
No,
let's get uplifted.
Yes. I don't know about all that. Sean Cunningham is fighting with Victor Miller over the front.
It was settled because I don't understand it. I don't. It's like.
Well, hold on for the listeners.
Yeah.
We're talking about how they're going to court again. Victor Miller wants his rights back to Friday the 13th. Sean Cunningham says, "Hey, motherfucker, I paid you
Right.
while you were employed with me,
Yeah.
and you wrote this script and you wrote these characters. Therefore, they're mine.
He says he owns the character of Jason, basically, and Sean. It's basically two guys fighting over the character of Jason.
Yes.
And it's a similar thing, like if you notice, in the 90s, it went from being Friday to Jason from Hell, Jason does this, because, well, somebody owns the Friday the 13th name, but somebody owns Jason. And it's basically been going on for like 10 years. There's a video you can find online. The guy played Shelley in part 3, the fat kid who brings the hockey mask. He is now an entertainment lawyer. And I watched a video where he was explaining it, but then he started talking about, well, this is copyright, and this is trademark, and this is this. And after about 20 minutes, I just fucking got lost. Yeah. I was like, I'm not smart enough to understand what he's talking about. And it's very, very complicated. Like,
yes, but
the game came out, and then they had to pause the game because of and then that got settled, but now it's, like Garrett said, it started up again. And go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I think the bottom line is if Sean Cunningham cut Victor Miller a check,
right,
said, I want you to do this thing, and Jason was a part of that, then Sean Cunningham owns it.
Right.
Correct?
I guess.
Unless Miller trademarked this character.
Right.
But he didn't.
I don't know.
Or maybe he did.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I could find that video online.
Yeah, like if he trademarked the character inside of the story, then it's like you own the story, but you don't own the character in it.
Right, yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically what it comes down to.
And to me, that's the only way he could have an
But
argument.
how would he have done that back then? We're talking about we're not
79.
talking about we're talking about 79. People didn't.
They had lawyers back then.
I
Garrett.
know they had lawyers
And
man.
money.
I know. I understand.
contracts.
But they didn't. But things weren't as complicated back then. It
Right.
was like, hey, Doug, I want you to write.
Do this.
I
Hey,
want you to
yeah.
write this movie.
Yeah.
Here's $100,000. I want you to sit down and type this up. Types it up. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
He cuts you the check. The buyout's done.
Well,
Victor
if
Miller's
it was
done.
that simple, then the guy's got no beef.
But the court case has been going on for like 10 years.
That's why I'm saying there has to be more to
There's
it.
got to be something more to it, yeah. I don't really know. I don't...
But I don't understand legal stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm not...
I don't understand what's the difference between a copyright and a,
Trademark.
Trademark, yeah. I don't understand. Yeah, I think, yeah.
But there is a difference. There's definitely a difference.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Okay, so that's all, the only news that I saw, and I felt it to be completely complicated. But I also only read 3 articles on it, and it seems like Victor Miller basically saw how much money Jason was making,
Right.
and said, "Dude, why aren't I getting some of
In
that?"
his defense, like comic book writers, I think if you write, create a comic book character and they make a movie of it, I think you should get a check.
Whether you got paid for that or not,
Right.
yes, you should.
I
get
think you
royalties.
should get something. But that is not how that works. Like the guy,
Legally, I don't think that...
no.
Yeah.
So somebody comes and buys the rights. I'm buying the rights to that comic book, Doug Wall and Blunt Man. All right, I'm buying the rights to that. You either do some sort of percentage or
Yeah.
you do a buyout. The buyout would be, I'm going to give you $2 million. Doug Wall, Blunt Man does 16 movies,
Yeah.
and they make $16 billion. I'm ass out because I gave it to them for $2 million.
Yeah.
And that's the bottom line.
That is, but yeah. Well, let's see. I mean, it's been going on for years, so we'll see what goes on. Because they both tried to start new projects. At one point, I think there was going to be a TV show. Then there was going to be I don't know. It's two guys who basically at this point probably just hate each other. At this point, it's probably out of spite more than anything.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
I'm going to just
sure.
keep going. I'm going to
Yeah.
use all my royalty money to
Yeah.
just piss you off.
Right.
So there's your bathroom. There's your bathwater showdown this week.
Yeah.
Who's right?
Yeah.
Sean Cunningham or Victor Miller?
Yeah.
Who do you give the rights to Jason to? I'm sure everybody that listens to this podcast
Yeah.
has followed this.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody's a Jason fan, and somebody can weigh in on this. If not, then
I have to look more into it, yeah.
Hey, if not, it'll be as watched as David Lynch at Family Video.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
Good week, man. Gonna finish it up.
Yep.
What are we gonna do after that? Oh, I know. It's Halloween time.
Not yet, fuck
Well,
face.
it's October. Yes. Well, I know. We're doing Drive.
We're doing Drive.
Doing
Calm
Drive.
down.
Doing Drive. We're doing one more
And we'll get
Nicholas
to
one.
fucking Halloween. 6 weeks of Halloween this year, Garrick? Will that appease you?
Dude, Halloween Express opened in July.
Of course it did.
People are already Christmas shopping.
As soon as a store goes out of business, the Spirit Halloween store, they just send on it like rafters. So like, yeah.
They come from the sky like Red Dawn. They're shooting down all these cinemas. And they run up to the Office Depot and they throw the big banner on with the pumpkin and the ghost on it, and they open shop.
Yeah. Yeah. People go to lunch. They work at a place. They come back from lunch. It's the Spirit Halloween store.
Yeah. So Halloween is coming, but we have one more week, and we're going to do Drive.
Yep.
Nicholas Winding Refn's Opus. Yeah.
No, you fucked it up again.
Did I really?
It's fine.
God damn.
He's not listening.
Yeah, he's not
He
listening.
cares.
I'm sure he does.
This is this is his only studio film, isn't it? Like his only technical.
Right, it might be. Yeah.
I'm not 100% on that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's definitely his most popular.
It's definitely his most popular movie.
Yeah.
I have not seen it
We're going to review
in
it
a few years.
And unfortunately for us, we're out of the 37 movie podcasts on the internet right now. We are going to be the last ones to do this. Everybody's done this movie.
Well, it's fine.
But we'll do it right.
Yeah.
There you go. We'll do it right.
He's done it again. The fucker split.